What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For today, we have another amazing video featured by FitCamX. So throughout the life of my channel, I've probably installed about 4 of these, several videos on my channel, and again, I'll leave those in the description so you can rewatch them. But for today, we have a new 3 Series that we traded the Kia for. So we're gonna make sure it's protected on the roads. We've experienced a lot of stuff while driving, and FitCamX has came to rescue to ensure that we are protected and my family is safe whenever we drive. So for today, we're going to be installing the FitCamX dash cam for the 3 Series. Let's dive right in. So a quick unboxing. It includes Wi-Fi, loop recording, G-sensor, super wide angle up to 180 degrees, perfect fit as in OEM quality. As you've seen from my previous videos, the reason why FitCamX is so successful is because it is the only dash cam currently in the market that integrates perfectly with the vehicle's electronics, as in the range sensing power unit to get power to the dash cam, and it pretty much replaces the OEM trim pieces around the mirrors for a perfect fit. Guarantee you a dash cam that no one will pretty much notice. So that's pretty much an overview of perfect fit by FitCam's definition. Again, wide dynamic range, both day and night. You get the clearest quality, featuring 4K at the front and 180p or 1080p at the rear of the camera. But inside the box, we have our accessories on the side, and that is pretty much our installation kit. So a new and improved trim tool, and then we have a USB dongle, pretty much to insert either your SD card, micro SD cards, and then connect to your computer or cell phone, whatever you want to do to obtain the recording. Even though it has an app that is very useful, and I go over that once we have this install complete. But here inside the box, we have the camera unit itself. So this is the rear camera and all of its wirings. And then right here is our front unit. Much smaller and compact as opposed to the trim pieces on the X3. It's compact, but it's a robust dash cam. That red is for your rear connection, and then this is the major contender that eliminates the competition when it comes to OEM quality. This right here connects to the range sensing, and I'll show you that, guys, at once I install it. But that's pretty much how you get power to the dash cam, and it sits inside the vehicle where no one pretty much know you have a dash cam mounted right behind your rear view mirror. Your power button on the side and the quick capture, and then you have your micro SD card on the side. And again, that is a model number if you want to purchase it. Again, I'll leave it in the description, but that is your model number for the FitCamX dash cam for the 3 Series that I'm installing on today. Those are just the internals. Pretty much to install this, we would first split it in half using a little trim tool right here. Pop these pieces up without breaking it. Again, there's clips. And there's another one in the center as well. There's another one down here. Okay, so there was one at the bottom. Right there. So once you have it split like this, now we're able to set it up and go inside the vehicle to take our trim piece apart and start the installation. Push it in there and kind of slide down. Find where the clips are without breaking them, and pretty much just like pop in the trim piece in half. Center right here as well, bottom. And split it, kind of push outwards. Again, without breaking it, because you're going to need this if you decide to revert back to OEM. And they're pretty much anchored on the sides as well, so you kind of have to be gentle while pulling outwards. There we go. And mine is off, and then my clips are broken, so that's good. This little piece in the center that is hooked into a groove right here So make sure that piece stays intact. It is literally the single most important point on that trim piece. Now same thing for this side. And it comes right off. Now we'll just retain these for future use. Now we have the FitCamX trim piece 1 ready to go on. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and... So before you are able to install your first trim piece of the FitCamX dash cam, you need to identify your ring sensing connection, which is right here. It is that burgundy or purple looking connection right here. Just need to use a trim tool and pop that out, and it slides towards you. Let me turn my light off. This is to ensure we don't damage it, but let me use my fingers. Let's get in there. Might have to attempt the trim tool since my fingers can't get in there. All right, let me use 2 hands. Okay, so the trim tool did work. Once you use the trim tool and you kind of slide it up towards you, it's unplugged. Just leave it off to the side for now. And then you're gonna connect this piece from your DASHCAM hardware kit. Gonna connect this into that same groove that you took the OEM one from, and then connect the OEM tool or OEM piece to this one right here. So let's start our connection now. So my first trim piece, got my OEM power source and connected to the dash cam. Yep, just like so. It fits one way, so like so. There we go. And then I'm gonna connect this piece, is a bridge right here, to the OEM slot that we took it from. And just to see if you have power, the dash cam should start illuminating blue and red, and now you know you have power, so it's working, and that means we're 90% of the way there. Connect this piece to that same slot that we took it from. I have to use a trim tool depending on how big your fingers or hands are. It's really hard to, it's a small slot to get into. Then it also doesn't help that the rear view mirror is in the way, which you can't do anything about. So now that we have it fitted, just use my trim tool and push it down until it clips into place. Just like that. And now we're good. Can start installing the trim piece on the left and right sides, start tucking the wires, and then let's show you the magic of getting the rear camera connected as well. Okay, so now that we have that all figured out, we could start connecting the rear wire. You will want to do this first, that way you don't have to come back and dig through, and if the trim's up here to connect it, the wire is super long, so once you connect it, you can just leave it hanging. I'll leave mine up here for now, but grab the one labeled rear and then just connect it. So we have the left side connected. I could just go ahead and put my right side on as well. Again, it's all about just trial and error until all your clips are correctly fitted in place. That's all it comes down to eventually. And if you keep attempting it's not going on, then that just means the clips are not, they're not fitting correctly, or it's not in place. So just go ahead and pop it back out and until you have it connected. So for this side, you ensure that we have this trim piece inside the correct groove, or it won't fit. Okay, so I have my connection, or my trim pieces connected. Yeah, this took a lot longer than it should have, but that's because there's not a lot of space up here, and then the mirrors came like undone. I had to fix that back to not damage anything. So that took me a little bit long to figure out. But once you have the trim pieces connected, the biggest headache with this trim piece is there's a clip up here that you have to, like a groove, you have to clip this piece into so it doesn't fall down. With all the tension of the electronics and wires and sound deadening up there, it's kind of hard to reach up there. So you have to like force attach this side first, and then you start clipping the center together. But nonetheless, it is done. So I have my rear wire hanging out. I'm gonna go back to the driver's side and start my connection for the rear. So for the rear connection, I have mine sticking out. Just go ahead and connect your wires together. And then with your trim tool, I can find mine somewhere over there. But I'm gonna start tucking all of this into my headliner right here. I'm not gonna break the headliner. I just need to get it over that little lip right here, which only the trim tool might be able to get to. Push it in there, just like that. Okay, there we go. So there's like a little lip, kind of like an edge end that's getting really close to the glass. As long as you have your trim or your wire behind it, you should pretty much be set in terms of how it looks. So you see, tuck this in. Lighten those wires. And now we can start pushing it up along the A pillar. You want to route ours through the driver's side. Now just use your trim tool and tuck all of this in little by little. It's a slow process, but eventually you get there. Just don't break the headliner. Okay, and now we can start. There's a slit right here, like a gap where the A pillar right here meets with the headliner. Just kind of slide it into that groove. Bring you guys in to show you. That is what it looks like right here. So I said it's a slow process. And in there, this wire all the way to right here underneath the rubber seal, and then we'll start routing it up and over to the back. So now we have it onto the side. Just use, again, the trim tool, kind of pry the rubber up. Okay, so after routing it from the front, route it through the middle down here, and then there's this, again, crack right here across, and now right here pretty much. Just gonna open that up. Pretty much I'm right there. So now I'm gonna route all this up. I need all these rubber seals right here and back all the way to the back of the car. So now I'm almost at the back. Again, all I did was route it, just follow the rubber seals and the headliner. Once you get to this little intersection right here, keep routing it across to see where it's ending now. And then for here, I'm gonna keep following, tuck it on the headliner, going up until I get to the third brake light right here. Then I'm gonna stick my dash cam right there. We're pretty much at the tail end of this installation now. So I popped this little trim piece on the third brake light out. Well, I think this controls the roof function center. I believe that's the name of it. Like your acoustics and the alarm and some other stuff on the rear. It has something to do with the sound though. So I just popped the trim down, didn't take it off all the way. And then I routed the wire from the headliner through it. So here I have some better visibility, but I popped this little trim down, routed my wire from the headliner through it, put some zip ties on to keep it in place. Then I'm going to tuck all of this excess inside this little trim piece here. The rear cam is installed with its connection going through that trim piece, and then it's right here as well. So I'm going to tuck all of this, just twist it up like that, and put it inside this trim piece. If I can get over that little thing. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to tidy all of this up, fit it back together, and then I'm going to show you the final product. Okay, so I finally have the rear camera installed. That was the hard part. And it's more so the car than the camera itself. The fit and finishes inside this vehicle is phenomenal. So everything is really tight, small spaces, and you have to move some trims and stuff. But that's the rear camera there. You can see the blue light on it. I already have it perfectly aimed the way I would like it. And now we have the front right there. You can see. And then it sits again right below the connected drive modules. That's how it looks. So even with my windshield at 50% tints, it's really hard to notice it. And maybe once you notice it, then you obviously will see it for the future. But that's where it sits. Let me get everything tidied up and take it for a drive to get some clips and show you guys how this looks. All right, here we have it, guys. Pretty much a conclusion of this install on the BMW 3 Series. Again, that's our FitCamX dash cam right there. It's pretty flush, OEM quality, and again, it's pretty much the only dash cam on the market that gives you the OEM plus look and kind of discreet recording capabilities as the FitCamX. So again, if you want to grab FitCamX, use the code FitCamX for the BMW 3 Series as well as other vehicles. We currently have another set in the X3 outside as well. So again, it is not limited to BMW. We had a set in our Kia as well, the K5 we had. So go ahead and grab yourself the FitCamX and use this video as a reference.